What's going on? Welcome to Totally Blitz Podcast. We're in this motherfucker about to recap UFC Saudi Arabia. It all went down over there this last weekend, and we're gonna talk it. As always, go down, like, and subscribe. Comment your thoughts on the Robert Whittaker taking home that dub this weekend. And as always, I'm Paul Pico and I'm Concha, and I'm joined with.
You already know, man. It's your boy Kev Waterboy Savoy, aka the Don PYE. Always the realest on your screen.
Yo, it's your boy comedian Romeo Mac. Yo, catch me every day streaming on Twitch. Twitch.com/comedian Romeo Mac.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, Romeo was whack as shit. And what was it, like Tuesday or something? He was whack as shit over there. What did he say? He said you was whooping feet.
Whooping feet. I said that tonight too.
The boys looking like Robert Whittaker over there.
Oh, yeah, Robert Whittaker. He was like, let me borrow this Gervonta Davis real quick.
Now there was one fight. He was fighting Evander Holyfield, and then he knocked it out, and then he was snapping at him like, why didn't you pick Mike Tyson if he was gonna fight me like Mike Tyson?
Oh yeah, on my lot. Oh yeah. You talking about the Twitch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I be boxing their head off. Paul be scared.
Man, we can run it. We can run it.
He said that he done said that 3 times before.
Dang, he said we can run it for the cardio.
Cardio.
That boy Paul has been, if you don't know the world, that nigga Paul is in shape right now. Paul probably weighs less than me right now.
Putting in that work.
That boy, hey, don't ask to see his knee, but that boy is in shape right now.
What you at right now, Paul?
I just got down to I weighed myself yesterday. I was at like 170.1. So I was like about to cut back down to under 170.
What you trying to get to?
I'm trying to hit like 162. Where I started, where a lot of people don't know, like 3-4 months ago, I was at like 198, like about to be 200. So then a little bit before that, I was a little bit over 200, but like, yeah, I'm back down to the 170, but I'm gonna hit like 165. And then from there, I'm just gonna start lifting and then kind of build muscle instead of trying to lose more after that.
I was gonna say, we should have a bet. I bet my 165 will look better than yours. You should put a bet, $20 a week.
I bet my 165 looks better than everybody's.
Well, good. That's $60 a week if we all do it.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't mind y'all paying my jujitsu class fees.
Oh, so I hope you take those classes.
See, look, I would take jujitsu classes and you take wrestling classes, and then we'll meet in October. You?
I don't need to take wrestling classes.
That say less. Don't be talking shit. Like, dang, I didn't know he was a.
You must have forgot, man. My homies, man. Yeah, they rest in peace to my homie Bryson. That dude was a wrestler like a motherfucker. And Big Zo Boxing, his older brother, wrestler. Wrestled them niggas for years.
That's fine. But say less, man. Let's get into this card. I ain't gonna lie. I messed with a lot of the fights on this card. There were a lot of good ones. Hold on. Let me get dark real quick so I can pull up my favorite fights. What's your favorite fight was, Paul?
Honestly, my favorite fight from all of them. This wasn't my favorite because I'll just say it. It was that first one. The 2 Asian boys, Chang Ho Lee and Zhao Long. Only because I wasn't paying too much attention, and then I just happened to be looking up every now and then. And Bisping, I think it was, or one of them were saying, or John Anik, one of them was saying like, it's impossible for these 2 guys to fight at the pace that they are fighting. And then when he said that, I was like, damn, how are they fighting? I look up, the boys are just throwing. Like, I'm talking about this straight mayhem. Side note, this was the final fight for the road to the UFC for bantamweight. So that's why these boys were fighting for their life. They had a contract on the line. So they was just go. And they were like, yeah, that's impossible. They fought like that for 15 whole minutes. For 15 minutes straight, there's nothing but mayhem. And I was just like, oh shit. Like that was didn't know who these boys were, and I was just sitting there like, I didn't care who they were really. I was just like, these 2 know how to bring action. Like Saudi Arabia, I know like the princes, like you, Dana White, everyone must have been happy that like this is the first part of the card because it definitely lived up.
It definitely was fun. I'm glad you brought up the Saudi Arabia princess because there was one prince that they kept coming to, and he was just shadow boxing like he was Alex Paeta or something. I was just like, who is he? I'm guessing he's probably the reason why this event was in Riyadh versus Abu Dhabi. So whoever he is, shout out to you. But my favorite fight had to have been, I think it would have been that Dalby fight. Renat Renat versus Nick. Yeah, versus Nicholas Dalby, because I didn't expect that fight to be that good. And when it came down to split decision, that bit was nice. But I ain't gonna lie, the best KO was when Johnny Walker got slipped.
Yeah, the Johnny Walker KO was meme worthy. Did you get to at least catch that one, Romeo? The Johnny Walker fight?
I didn't catch that, nor did I see a highlight, but I heard it was bad.
No. Oh my God. Yeah, it was one of those, like, he was out on the feet, but the ref didn't want to stop it too early, and then it took one extra hit, and it was just like dead body, stiff, Johnny Walker in the casket.
Was the worse than the Jamal Hill one? Oh.
Boom. Dead body. There's no longer there.
Nah, bro,
he got crumbled.
Jason Herzog was on one that night because he was definitely letting a few of them fights go.
Yeah, he heard the rumbles of, y'all said my shit be early? Say less.
Bro, I'm telling you,
check this out. I don't know who he fought, and I didn't even watch it, but I knew to bet against Johnny Walker.
See, he fought Volkan Oezdemir, who's like a 37-year-old kickboxer who hasn't looked good. And the only person he's beaten, like his last 4, was Paul Gregg. So like,
he's the underdog.
I know, but it's just like, I was like, my thing was Johnny Walker. Neither one is gonna be that good, and I thought at least Johnny Walker's gonna catch him. And Johnny Walker got like crazy strength, and he's gonna knock him out. And this had to be the other way around. Oezdemir caught his ass and put his ass on skates early, and then from there, Johnny Walker was cooked.
I was never a fan of Johnny Walker. Some of these people they be pushing, I could see right through it. The Johnny Walker, the Paulo Costas, the motherfucking. I mean, I can't think of it right now, but trust. I be knowing.
The Bo Nichols?
Nah, he hasn't had comp yet. I gotta figure out when he has comp. Because when the dudes that I just named, when they didn't have comp, they look great. But I still seem to. I'm like, no. Bo's actually like he could always rely on his wrestling, so I ain't even gonna put him in that category. These Brazilians don't even be relying on their jiu-jitsu. I'm like, why y'all trying to fight? Grab a nigga.
Grab him.
Grab his leg. No, but other than that, I mean, we could kind of take it from there because it wasn't that the fight to start the main card.
Yep.
Yeah, from there, then we got Shara Magomedov. Shara Magomedov. We got his second round KO over Antonio Trocoli, and
it was a second round.
No, third round KO. But this fight, I mean, everyone knew what was what was gonna happen. Wasn't he was like minus 800. The other guy, I could say, tried his best, but it was just someone. Those are two different levels of fighters. I mean, it's as simple as day as that. It's just like you're gonna keep giving them cans, you're gonna get finishes. Bruno Silva was a much tougher opponent for Magomedov's UFC debut, instead to now go down in competition and fight this guy.
Yeah, even though he went down in competition, I feel like it was still a closer fight than I expect. He got knocked out for sure, but I feel like he showed resilience throughout the fight. I was kind of expecting Shara to kind of steamroll, bro, so we can keep the hype train going. It was like, he had to actually work to get this
It just took a long time. What should have probably been done in the first round took an extra 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? The Brett just doesn't have that dynamite in his hands?
No, he got dynamite. He's just not complete. He's just one of them. He's a kickboxing Russian. Like they come in 2 types.
They don't make I was about to say they barely make those nowadays.
Yeah, they do. They either come in fucking throwing these random question mark kicks and these flying knees and all this fun shit, or they come in wrestling like a motherfucker. And there's like no in between. And he happens to be the kicking type, and it's fun.
The kicking type.
yeah, it's fun and all, but like you're just kind of waiting like. You can see, just like how Romeo said, like you can watch from a mile away and kind of say, like, this flaws. Like that style is not winning a belt. Like that's fun, but that's not going to win him a belt. Like he's going to have to show some more if he's going to be a legit another one of these Medov Russian killer champions, especially with the one eye dilemma.
Dilemma is crazy.
Oh, his ass.
Yeah. Oh, only fight.
He lost that first round. That's a
Yeah,
fighter I can see through. What the fuck? Let me
Thank
see.
you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can see. I like him. He's fun, but like I don't think he's like.
Is he one? They're 185, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You know who will beat the fucking dog shit out of him? That needs to be his next fight.
Bo Nickel.
No, Michael Pereira. Fuck a Bo Nickel
Well, you do like
for that fight. Michael Pereira.
get revenge because Shara's 2 fights are against both Brazilians, Bruno Silva, and then now this Tripoli guy. I mean,
Yo, watch. Put him against Michael Pereira. All that fucking kicking shit, that shit over with. My nigga Michael Pereira gonna do a jumping knee, dance midair, backflip, and then come down over him in a full mount to do some elbows. Then he's gonna blow him a kiss. Then he's gonna choke him out.
Sounds like classic Michael Pereira.
You heard it here first.
What's up with the Michaels, bro? Because like Michael Chandler be doing backflips, Michelle Pierre be doing backflips. Like
Michael Jackson does backflips.
Yeah,
I heard Javante's middle name is Michael.
yeah, that's good. Then we had Calvin Gastelum with the unanimous decision win over Daniel Rodriguez. But to the bigger talking point, first off, this fat motherfucker didn't even try to make weight. Like
not even attempt. He literally called the boys and said, like, yo, bro, I think 185 is all we could do.
Yeah,
Can't even do 180.
No meat in the middle. He's like, bro, I went to a buffet last night. They had crab legs, some steak, lobster tails, but I'm sorry. The worst part was Daniel Rodriguez came in a pound under welterweight. So he had to not only did he have to like gain, he had to like bulk up to like even go up to middleweight.
Right. Bro, this was 2 days that they said this. Like he was already at the apex when he found his news out. It's like, bro, do better.
Not even that. Calvin Gastelum, bitch ass nigga. His last good fight was against Izzy. I don't fuck with him. I'm mad he got this decision. And I feel bad for Daniel Rodriguez because this is the same exact thing. Remember, he was supposed to fight Tony Ferguson or Kevin Holland or whatever. But then Hamzat did the same thing that I don't give a fuck weigh in, and he got switched up and he had to fight a catchweight.
No, I think he was supposed to fight a Lin Xing or whatever.
No, that's who he ended up fighting.
Oh, that's
he lost to that dude. Okay. Yes, because Lee was supposed to fight Tony Ferguson, and I feel like Daniel Rodriguez, he was supposed to fight Kevin Holland, and then Nate Diaz was supposed to fight Hamzat.
Oh yeah, that was the RIP.
Hamzat missed the weight, and they mixed it all up, and then Daniel Rodriguez ended up having to fight Ling Ji Liang, if I'm not mistaken, at a catchweight. And same shit, man. If I was him, I'd be like no.
Last minute circle them up. And he got a nice. He probably, Dana White probably gave him a nice little bag. Gave him some more tattoos.
A nice bag is cool, but nigga, stop doing that shit unless you're gonna win.
Them boys got bills to pay. Like what?
Like Pereira.
He got tattoos to get.
Them boys, he don't got. If he don't fight, his coach don't eat.
Yeah, oh, wow. I mean, honestly, like, I know it was 30-27, but, like, it was competitive. It wasn't, like, a legit Calvin Gastelum came in there and whooped his ass. I thought it was more 29-28 than it was 30-27. But, I mean, if you're just looking at, like, the Boxu stats, like, the numbers, he outstruck him, out-significant strikes, more body shots, more head shots. The only thing Gastelum had was the control time. And even that was only he had 4 takedowns for 2.5 minutes control. It wasn't nothing like, he dominated him on the ground. No. But it was like probably, I mean, you ask me if this fight was at a lower weight class where Gastelum doesn't have the 15-pound extra advantage on being able to shoot takedowns, D-Rod probably looks a little bit better.
Not even that. You got to understand, Gastelum never cared about losing the weight.
Never.
D-Rod was dropping the weight. D-Rod was dropping the weight.
Dying.
That does something to your body. And then now you got to, come on, man.
Yeah. It's a big fuck Gastelum right now. This is Kev's homeboy. So, like, Kev, you gotta talk to him.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I put money on Gastelum, once I found everything out.
You gotta do.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that's my dogs. But he definitely pulled a Ryan Garcia on this one. Like he beat him on the scales, and then he beat him in the ring.
Nah, what Ryan Garcia did was gangster.
Beat him on the scales and take PEDs. That is gangster. Mexicans, I swear.
He knocked out that fake Muslim.
He didn't knock him out. It was a unanimous decision. I mean,
Dropped him 3 times.
It wasn't even a unanimous decision. It was
Dropped his
split.
ass 3 times.
If I came in overweight,
But what do you always say? If this was a street fight, that boy Haney be dead.
Oh, if it was a street fight, yeah. But there's no steroids in the street fight.
Haney and
if Haney was smart.
Damn, I just thought about that. There are no steroids in the street fight. Niggas been fighting for thousands of years, no PEDs.
The Gladiators was on them bitches.
Man, you're crazy.
That's not a street fight. That's a gladiator fight.
Got him.
like imagine them Irish po boys. Like them boys ain't had time for street fights. Them boys is ready to hustle.
And trust, after that first knockdown in a street fight, if Haney's a real nigga,
more homies with you.
He would have picked up a brick and did him like Debo.
I hope you got more people with you.
Nah, pick up a brick, hit him with that Debo. But like, yeah, nigga, fuck that. I'm gonna hit you with this brick.
And all right, that kind of segues us into the next fight where everyone thought
the bricks were thrown.
Yeah, where bricks were thrown. Where we thought bricks would have been thrown. Sergey Pavlovich got danced on for 3 rounds against Alexander Volkov, and he was not only did he lose, but he was sassy about it. He was pushing Volkov's ass. Didn't want nothing to do with it. He's cussing with his trainer. Meanwhile, Volkov's getting a nice little comb over him in the side.
That's because he know he got to have a talk with goddamn what's that dictator over there? Putin. He got to have a talk with Putin now because Putin probably had money on him. He's like, oh yeah, we used to like that nigga, but now you the new nigga. Go out there and do it to him. Fuck him up. Country versus country. We don't care. Bink, 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 bink. Nigga, block your nose.
Oh, he does his nose.
And it started leaking bad. And after it, and it was like Volkov just looked like he was sparring the whole time. Kind of just like simple, fluid. Like he looked like he was so fluid with it. Nothing
Volkov is the kickboxer Russian that you speak of.
Yeah, it only comes 2 types.
Yeah. But I look at this fight like I understand Sergey Pavlovich being mad. He's like, your boys used to spar together, so they came in with an amazing game plan, and Volkov did not stray from the game plan once. He stayed on point, he stayed fluid, and he walked him down, looked good, backed up. And I've never seen this before. Every round he was fixing his little baying. Every round. This is how I knew he was not stressed. He knew his conditioning was better than his. And at every point, he just knew that Sir Pavlovich only had him in power. He had more hands than him, more feet than him, more wind than him, and he demolished him on every status and every rating.
Volkov used experience. It's as simple as that. He knew what time it was. He's like, this guy's not finna punch me, especially him being that short. He experienced the shit out of him. That's all that was.
Experience on top of the Pavlovich. You're not outboxing him. So, like, you see it in boxing a lot where, like, you go in there and you think you can box with a guy and you realize in the first 3-4 rounds, okay, I can't box with him. This guy is tagging me from the outside. And the only thing you can really do from there is to make it a brawl. Like, you got to get on the inside. You got
Not so much a brawl. See, Pavlovich,
to get dirty.
Can outbox him. But Volkov can out-kickbox him.
Yeah, we're not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, you got to get on the inside of it. Like, Volkov's not knocking him down. Yeah, he had a busted nose, but Volkov isn't gonna send some haymakers to really hurt you. So you gotta like bite down, get on the inside, and kind of, especially in the third round. First 2 rounds, you can do what you gotta do, but the third round, you're down 2 rounds and he's not knocking you out. I think he's gonna kind of start swinging for some fences because if Pavlovich lands one shot, it would have, momentum shifts and
major. He just tackled the shit out of him.
I think
run bear hug his ass.
I think we're not respecting Volkov's like game plan. Like his trainers literally looked up and said. His trainers literally looked at us and said, "Yo, bro, he can't do anything else except hit hard. So we're just gonna make sure we don't let him hit you hard. You already have years of experience."
But then that's when you start like cutting off the cage and putting his back against the cage, where you're forcing Volkov to like, you gotta be in front of me now, and we're both gonna have to swing it out.
Yeah, I respect.
I'm not respect. I mean, Volkov did his thing, but I'm making this more about Pavlovich not doing his thing.
Yeah, that means
he should have known better.
Just like Volkov cooked, but it's like
okay. I thought y'all tried to.
He only cooked because Pavlovich didn't do his
bite
thing.
Down and go out and get a win. You can't.
I can see if Pavlovich did his thing and Volkov won. Pavlovich didn't even do it. It wasn't even close, man. I came out that pool and I was like, now I'm drying off.
Yeah, my fight was ruined, bro. I think I took an extra shot after that, Kev, because I was just like, there's so much money I just lost because Pavlovich really went out. Like, I felt like Like it was not just that he lost. It was like I felt like me and him, my bet in him went out like a bitch. I was like, God damn, bro. Now I can't bet on him again.
Right.
I came in and checked in because I had to make sure to watch the last fight, but I was still in the pool, so I checked in on that. I seen how fucked up he was. I immediately started playing pool football. Had to get some aggression out.
What fights are happening? But then we had the main event. People thought it was a pick'em. Come right up to it. We had Robert Whittaker versus Ikram Aliskerov, and a lot of people thought this was Robert Whittaker was going to be cooked. Me and Kev both picked against the boogeyman, Robert Whittaker. Unfortunately, we both knew going into it, we were both big, like, yeah, Robert Whittaker is winning. What the fuck is this? And then like we just talked ourselves out of it for whatever reason. We
literally walked. Facts. Like we literally both had Robert Whittaker like at the start of the podcast, but like I don't know if we were just like having fun. I don't know what it was. I think it was Friday. We just had a great Friday morning that day. We was like, fuck Robert Whittaker. But then we learned this is OG Bobby Knuckles we're talking about.
Yeah. You see how jacked he looked?
Crazy huge.
Yo, fuck a USADA. That's all I'm saying.
Keep USADA in the States, bro.
That dude was jacked. He said it too. He said, I'm gonna knock his head off. I watched that shit. Everybody's talking about the uppercut. Yes, it was nice. But I do not like how everyone is downplaying the head kick. The head kick.
Oh, the head kick was crazy.
What fucking did it. The head kick is what did it. And they said he missed. I was like, no, he dropped that man with that head kick.
He hurt him. Put him on skates.
Yes, it was the head kick. He caught him. He caught him with the punch that wobbled him. He chilled. He threw a 2-piece. Then the head kick is what scrambled everything. Nigga didn't know what to do. Ikram was like,
and it was so perfect. Like it was like literally watching like the most a perfect formation, a perfect play, a perfect whatever. Like it was the perfect combo that landed to the T, and it was like, oh, this fight's over. Like the moment the head kick landed, and I saw it, it was like, oh yeah, it's over. Like this Bobby Knuckles isn't letting this man go.
What made it better was the head kick was ill, but Bobby fell. That's what made it ill. He fell and got back. He kicked him because he was so tall. Yeah. He like fell, but he's like, I fucked him up. Then he went on chill mode and just did that shit. Same way like Tank did. Hit him, had him wobble, chill.
Step back, come in, kill.
Yep.
Yeah, I uppercutted the fly after that. It was trying to get my beer. Straight up uppercut.
Cold-blooded uppercut. Like it was cold.
Straight up. It was on the floor like, eh.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to y'all though. After this win now, Bobby Knuckles is right back where he's supposed to be. I think the only fight to make after this is Sean Strickland and him.
Yeah, him versus Sean Strickland, I agree. I think it's the fight to make.
And then
but I don't think he moves any further. Like I told you at the crib the day of the fight. If he fought Hamza and beat Hamza, then I feel like everyone's like, yeah, he's fucking give him the title next. But he fought a fill-in fighter, and no one's gonna give the fill-in fighter any credit because he massacred him in a minute and a half, and it didn't look close. If the fight would have 2.5, 3,
I disagree.
Would have been close. I feel like people would have been like, yeah, he beat a very good contender. But the fact that he murdered him, I feel like people might be like, I feel like there's gonna be some haters like trying to downplay this win, even though
I don't.
You don't? I
disagree. Nah, it's just like when Dustin beat dude. That dude was ranked way beneath him. Skill, he got it.
Who?
Dustin, the guy he beat before the title.
Benoit? Benoit was like top 5.
No, wasn't he like 11?
Nah, I think it was top 5.
Yeah, no, he was not.
Because he just came off of the let me see. I'm gonna see if I can pull up. Continue your point, but I'm gonna see if I can pull up the actual fight.
I know.
Dog, there was like an 8 rank difference, like 8 points between them. It was not close.
That's a great question.
And they thought Dustin was gonna lose. It doesn't what Robert Whittaker and Dustin have, they're nice guys and people like them. Cowboy had it. It doesn't matter if you beat someone so far beneath. It doesn't matter if you beat him in that fashion. All they care is about you.
No,
that's real.
Yeah, so he can honestly get a title shot. But it's gonna be him and Sean. And if it's not gonna be him and Sean, he's getting a title shot. I'm telling you
I
now.
I think it should be him and Sean because he's already lost to Dricus and Izzy. So like if he beats Sean, now it's really like a hey yo, Bobby Knuckles all for nothing. He's really finna bring it in this bit.
Nah, but that's typical Robert Whittaker fashion. He'll lose to Sean just because the stakes.
Yeah, that is something Robert Whittaker would do.
You
Yeah,
know?
that is.
See, like there's a difference between OG Bobby Knuckles and Robert Whittaker. Like two different people. Same body though.
Yeah, but I do feel like he should fight Strickland. And if not, give him a title shot.
Yeah, there's no other fight to make because like
Because you think Strickland cares? He's like, I'll just beat the next guy.
yeah, and then like the only
That's
other
where
fight
I
to make
think
because
it's all gonna where everything kind of like styles make fights, as they always say. Like, because I think like Strickland beat Izzy. I mean, that's a fact. And then I think like Whittaker, I think kind of walks Sean Strickland down. But then Izzy beats Izzy. I mean, Izzy beats Robert Whittaker.
I don't think so. You must have forgot the second fight. By round two, round one, Whittaker was scared. By round two, Whittaker was like, I could beat him. By round three, he was on Izzy ass.
He was on his ass.
He was on his ass. He almost pulled a Paulo Costa to Izzy. That's how much he was on his ass.
I don't know, bro.
just
You sound like Knuckles right now with that round 2, 3, 5.
I just look at it. Oh yeah, that was crazy. But I just look at Sean Strickland and Robert Whittaker's fighting styles. I don't know if Sean Strickland has too much that he can wobble Robert Whittaker's chin
He
versus
does. He got it.
he do, but he'll be using it like that. But versus I think Robert Whittaker could unanimously defeat Sean Strickland. But that's just us thinking too far ahead.
Not if he comes in ripped like he was last time. Robert Whittaker, the only thing, I mean, not Robert Whittaker, Sean Strickland, the only thing he could do, which it's been shown in 2 fights, Whittaker is a studier. The pressure that they don't, not 2 fights, 3 fights. Strickland had pressure against Izzy, pressure against Duplessis, and pressure against Paulo Costa.
Mm-hmm.
By now, Whittaker's going to be like, he's going to have the pressure. We're not doing that.
Facts.
Whittaker is going to wrestle him down.
Say less, man. But that's the car right there.
Yeah, no, that's the whole card. Now we're kind of going to other territories.
Hold on. You were supposed to be looking up something.
I'm still trying to find it. I can't find his ranking prior to the fight. I see his current ranking.
What is it?
Right now it's 12.
He was 11 before that. I said 11. I'm telling you, bro.
I don't think he fell down just one ranking.
You think he fell down 5?
Yeah, probably. I don't think he's fighting for an interim title belt. I don't think he's fighting for an interim belt, but we got to get this going.
I'll say we got another show to record after this. But hey, man, this has been a Totally Blitz podcast. It's your boy Kev Waterboy Savoy. I'm in this bit with Paul Pickens, William Contra. He's over here looking up the Benoit St. Denis ranking right now. We're in here, comedian Roman Mac. He's smiling because he really, really looks like he's right now. But make sure you stay plugged in and make sure you see the UFC 303 preview because we coming with it and you know how we coming. We'll catch you on the next one.
Beach.